Guys, you come out here, you're fucking broke. You're fighting. Every month you're fighting.
So broke.
Okay, you break it down to the month. And then you learn to break it down to the... I was down to the day. I lived for the day. I had it down to it's the day. You don't know what's going to happen. Because I had this little promoter that used to call me. This big fat black dude. And he'd always give me a gig and always go, I got a deposit for you. And he always, me and Felipe, we used to always take his 500. And then he'd call us up and he'd go, dog, I canceled the gig. And then he calls back 2 weeks later and go, listen, I got another date. All right, send us a deposit. You motherfuckers ain't right. No, dog, that deposit.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, it was for the date you fucking banged the South for before.
Do you know how broke I was when I first moved to LA? I got this shithole studio apartment now it's like where the Target is in West Hollywood, Santa Monica and La Brea. Back then, it was so ghetto. It was all hookers and crackheads. You know where the Target is?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember before they even had the fucking
Before
Target
the Target was there. Yeah, this was like 11, 12 years ago, right? I was so broke. I rented this place. Sight unseen, because I had 1 day to find an apartment. I was in my car, sleeping in my car. So I rent this place. It was Section 8 housing. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't even know. It had a pool, though. That's why I took it. It was the only place I could afford with a pool. So I was like, fuck it. I'll take it. The pool, by the way, definitely had like AIDS swimming in it. Like it was the grossest, dirtiest pool. I take this apartment. I have no furniture. I go in there with an air mattress. I had a TV tray for like a quote desk. No TV, nothing. I'm sleeping on the floor on the air mattress. After a couple days, I go to the grocery store to buy food. I waited like 3 days. I had no money to get paid for a job. I go to buy food. I come home with all my groceries, and I realize that I didn't have a fridge. Because apartments in LA don't always come with a fridge.
No, don't come with a fridge.
But I didn't even notice there was no fridge.
Some of them don't come with stoves.
Yeah, I was so exhausted from just like moving here, and I was already auditioning. Like I hit the ground fucking running, like auditioning, acting classes. I spent all my money on that. I come home with these fucking 2 bags that I like walked home 7 blocks, and I get there and I have no fridge. So then all my shit went bad because I couldn't afford a fridge. And then like a week later, I bought like a dorm fridge off some dude off Craigslist for like $20 that had like mold growing in it. I was so poor, but I was the happiest I'd ever been. Like I lived like that for 6 months with no furniture. But I started doing stand up, and I got lucky and I booked a gig right away on a TV show just one day. But so I felt like, oh, I'm in the right place. I'm going to make it. They already love me. I booked a job. And then after that, I booked nothing for like 2 years.
That's happened to me.
Yeah. And I was so poor.
I booked a pilot, a fucking commercial, and something else. And then the well dried up. I couldn't fucking book a headshot. And my manager was really good at the time. And I broke up with that girl. Me and her got into a fight in the fucking street. And I took a flight to Miami like a week later. And I stayed in Miami for 6 weeks and just house MC'd. And he paid me like $300 a week. I stole like $400 a week.
How did you steal money?
Don't ask. You know what I'm saying? Don't
he has his ways. Skills. How?
It was fucking craziness. And then, so I was telling, when I first got here, I couldn't find an agent. So I had to sign with an agency called The Coloring Book. It was 2 black chicks. One was a really badass attorney, though. Bad, lethal.
Yeah.
Like, whenever she booked you a job, you were getting paid.
That's good.
Because she knew all the numbers.
Is she still an agent? I'll take her.
No, they both left. The one agent, that was my agent, I loved her dearly. Her husband cheated on her with a white chick. So she moved back to D.C. with the kids. And the other one, the husband cheated on her with a white chick, and she moved back to Atlanta. So they used to keep in touch for years. If you ever get something, let us in on it. But the reason why I stopped talking to her, and I really liked her, was because when reality got really hot, I was here right before the boom.
Oh.
Rogan was already on Fear Factor the first year,
yeah.
And it was off and running.
Yeah.
I was with this agency called P.J. Linder and Associates. They were a host agent. Let me tell you something. Every day, they had my Cuban ass out. Spanish shows,
that's dope.
American shows, they didn't give a fuck. And one of the shows, well, they got me a meeting with this guy. I don't know what his name was, but he was gayer than fuck. And I started talking. And finally he goes, you know what? When you speak, it just my soul, and he's telling me all this shit.
He was in love with you.
He goes, this is what we're going to do. We're going to...
Did you get casting couch? Please tell me. Please tell me.
No.
Come back to my hotel. I want to show you some scripts.
No,
Can I jerk off in front of a plant?
Listen to me. He was really soft guy. He looked like not a tough guy, but he looked like a little assertive guy. But after 10 minutes, I just broke him.
What do you mean?
All the feathers came flying out of him.
Wait, what do you mean you broke him?
Because he was asking me stories, and I was telling him stories about my childhood, and he was kind of like getting teary-eyed and shit. And I broke him. And he goes, oh my God, I kind of grew up the same way. And I'm like, oh, this guy's gay and fucking. I didn't give a fuck. It had nothing to do with me. He was one of the first people that really listened. And he goes, you know what? I have these friends. And he got right in front of me. He got on the phone. He goes, hey, man, you guys still putting that game together, that game show? And they go, we're thinking about it, but we had a bump. And he goes, what's the bump? And he goes, well, we don't know who to cast. Who we really wants a lot of money. And he goes, who you want to cast is sitting right in front of me.
What game show is this?
It was a game show where you go out to dinner with your husband and we burglarize your house.
Shut up.
Something just
That's a game show?
This is it was like a reality.
How do you win?
You have to win your stuff.
It was like a mock
That sounds amazing.
show. It was NBC. It was fucking MB. At that time, they didn't know what was going to happen.
You burglarized the house?
So they were not me. Hold on. So they were picking up everything. Okay, Quigley. Mm-hmm. They didn't know what reality was going to buy. They didn't know that the Bachelorette was going to be popular.
Sure.
They did not know these things. So this was slash. What do you call those things? What are those cars that are half electric, half fucking
hybrid?
Diesel? This was going to be a hybrid show.
I might have seen this. Is this the one?
No. You never seen Dick.
Oh.
They had a show in like the early 2000s with two guys who were breaking into houses.
But that was to teach you how guys would break in.
No. This was a show where a family went out. We got their alarm codes.
Oh my God.
And then we broke into your house. And I was the host of the show. And these people broke into your house. And then how did you get your stuff back?
The kids come home. They're like crying. Like all their shit is gone.
Something really weird. And then...
Was the game show like taking place inside the house?
Was the game show like how far can you be pushed before you kill yourself?
All I remember is, guys, that they had me at Paramount in front of a fucking
right away.
Like 3 weeks later, this fucking thing started. And they're like, you're the man. They came to see me at the store. They stayed for 2 spots, and they're like, you're the
That
host.
Is perfect for you.
They're like, you're the host. So we go back and forth. Now they want to do a screen test for the network. So we go to Paramount, and I get up on stage, and the lights are behind me, and the houses, and I got to do this fucking spiel. All right? So, okay, the show's going to go. I had a manager and an agent at the time. My agent was good, but my manager was just brilliant. He was just brilliant. I was too bad to be with him.
Yeah.
He was over-talented. He had no business signing me, but he thought that he could get a show with me.
I still feel like that now.
Like he thought I could get a show with me. So he was powerful as fuck. Well, fucking, he wakes me up the next morning, guys. I'm broke as fuck. Okay, I'm living with Terry, $700 a month rent. We can't make it. We got 3 or 4 cats. You ready for this, guys? I got a call. Bling. Joey, Jeff, how you doing? I talked to those people last night. I got them up to $15,000 an episode for the pilot. And if the show goes, you're going to pick up $27,500.
Holy shit.
First time on TV.
For the episodes?
Per episode.
Holy shit.
With a 13-episode commitment.
Ooh. Did you get it?
Listen to me, bro. I'm telling you a fucking story.
I love when you call me bro.
You got to broke the fucking drama here. This went on for like a day and a half. Then I got a call from my agent. This is going to happen to you, Kate Quigley. You ready for this, Lee Syatt? You're broke. Lee, you're broke. You just had to borrow money from your father. You're about to borrow money from your mother, and your agent calls you and tells you got a meeting, and the next thing you know, they want to do a show, and you're the host on NBC, not fucking Oxygen or fucking Mama Luke Central. You've been here for 2 fucking years, Lee. 2 years you've been here, and NBC is already barking. And your manager just calls you and says to you, listen to me, they're going to give you $15,000 for the pilot. And if the show gets picked up, which we have so much power around it, you're going to get $27,000 an episode for the first season.
Oh my God.
Okay, Lee, you're going to hang up the phone, call your mother.
Of course.
Call everybody you know. Okay. I'm fucking ecstatic, okay? Now NBC wants to see me again. Back down in Paramount. I don't know why we're going to Paramount. We shoot down to fucking Paramount. And there's the black agent and Jeff, my manager, who's a barracuda, okay? We go into the office. They talk to us. We're going to type up the contracts. Beautiful. I walk out of that room. All I'm seeing is Coke rocks and women. All I'm seeing are
women
Coke
out of your
rocks
league.
and women that look like you.
Oh,
that's all I'm seeing. Women flying, women getting fingered, sucking dick, eating ass, the whole thing.
Guys
27.5. That means right off the bat, I'm getting $275,000. I'm getting about $400,000 when it's all said and done. I'm fucking walking out of that room, and all of a sudden the black agent turns around and looks at the little Jew, and she goes, "Hey, I think you're undercutting my client."
No. Oh, my God, no.
And he goes, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "You're undercutting my client. My client should be getting 25 for the fucking pilot and 35 for the fucking episode."
No.
And I'm looking at her, and my insides are falling apart. And she's like, "Well, I'm the agent. You're the manager. You weren't even supposed to negotiate the deal."
What the fuck?
So I'm going back in there just to let you know that's I'll report you. Blah, 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 blah.
What did you do?
Tackled her like
Did
a
you say
football play.
anything?
Shit coming out of my ass. I didn't know what to say.
Oh, my God, I know. You don't even know.
But wait a second. One time, you know me, guys. I don't even like saying this type of shit. But let me put it this way. She talked. I'm not going to give you the number. Like, I was flat broke living in Seattle. And CBS came to me, and I called my friend, and he told me, call her. So I called around for 2 days first to see if a real agent would sign me. And everybody was like, fuck no, we don't give a fuck who you are. I was sending everybody credits, semi-finalist in the Seattle comedy competition.
Right.
And they're like, take that fax and shove it up your ass. Nobody wants to sign you, chubby.
That fax.
And she signed me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she goes, what does CBS want to give you? And I go, I didn't ask. I don't even know what they give you. I don't even know what they're supposed to give you. She goes, a unit? She goes, are you union or non-union? I go, I'm non-union. She goes, okay. She goes, have you ever acted before? I go, I did a college film that won the Boulder, Colorado film. She goes, shut the fuck up. I go, and I'm like, but it won the festival. And she's like, shut the fuck up with a college film.
Oh,
so I go, okay. And I go, she goes, have you ever done anything before? And I go, no, I did industrials in Seattle. And she goes, okay. She goes, let me call you back. And she calls me back, and I'm not going to tell you the number because I'm embarrassed. I was living in Seattle. I was living in a fucking office. I remember
that.
And, I had a car that blew up and shit. And this bitch calls me, and she goes, listen, this is what they want to offer you. No. She goes, you have a fax? And I go, yep.
I'm in an office.
And she faxes me the fucking offer, and it was peanuts. And she goes, that's what they wanted to pay. What do you think? And I go, I don't know. I got to get all the way down there from Seattle.
Yeah.
She goes, okay, give me an hour. And the number she came back with compared to the offer NBC that I saw on the paper was I was like, how did you do that? And she's like, that's what I do.
Yeah, she was dope.
And she goes, she was black. And she goes, I make niggas money. She got them to move me.
Yeah, no way.
I had no furniture. I had nothing. I had a fucking duffel bag.
This is all for that.
Like a plane ticket?
Huh?
This is for a different show, not for the game show.
No. This is for a different show.
That's
I'm
amazing.
just telling you how bad to the bone she was.
She was an amazing.
Like
so when she said she was going to try to get you more money, you on the inside were like,
inside was like,
she did it before.
More money, more blow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
More money, more blow.
I get that.